It's time for an unboxing. It's not a backpack or a bag, but it's a piece of equipment that I will need for a bigger project that is coming up and that I wanted to tell you about. Further, I think it's about time to show you the new office. This package is not about a bag, but as I said, about a little piece of equipment that I will need for an upcoming project. It's the DJI Ronin SC. So for those of you who don't know, this is a so-called gimbal, which, to simplify it, smoothens out your movement when you're walking and stuff like that. I know this is not the type of stuff that, if you are a subscriber to my channel, this is probably nothing that particularly interests you, but I wanted to show it to you anyways and talk to you about this upcoming project. Let's rip this open. So this is the small little case. This is styrofoam. It protects the piece of gear, but also is very lightweight. So here we go. That is the gimbal. So as I mentioned, this is supposed to smoothen out all of your movements, and you basically put your camera on here, and then there is a sensor in it that notices your walking movement, your hand movements, and basically counter steers against that movement to smoothen out the camera movement overall. And yeah, you basically unlock this. So this here. So the camera is on here, and then, as I said, it smoothens out the movement. But I need to read the manual, of course. I haven't used this before, but once the camera is on here, you can like walk around with this and it stabilizes everything. So, but before I can use this, I need to charge the battery. And since this will take a while, let's go to a motorcycle and I will talk to you about this upcoming projects. And afterwards, after I've been on the motorcycle and this is charged, I will do a small little office tour. I hope that you can hear me. The wind noise here on the highway is pretty intense, but I hope you can understand the mic and whatever I'm saying at the moment. So before we go to the office tour, and while the Ronin SC is charging, I just wanted to talk to you about what this big project is that is coming up in September. I want to preface this with a couple of months ago I recorded a video that is called "I Don't Want to Sell You Stuff", in which I explained that I don't want to do any sponsorships so that I can stay as unbiased as possible as reviewer. I personally value and respect the trust that you as my viewers and subscribers are putting into me. So I don't want to be biased by any sponsorships for products that I potentially will review. Furthermore, if you might know, I am Indonesian and my dad lives in Indonesia and I only see him like once a year, which obviously is not that much to see one of your parents. So there is this company called Rich Bake, and they contacted me and said, hey, we have a backpack, maybe you want to check it out. And further, what do you think about, or do you think you or your viewers would be interested in seeing a factory in Indonesia where bags are being made? And obviously, with my dad being in Indonesia, and the last time I've been in Indonesia is over 3 years ago, I think even 4 or 5 years ago, I found this very attractive to A, visit my dad, and B, see firsthand a factory. Because I always say I'm kind of like a film critic. So most film critics know which movies are good or bad, but not necessarily know how to make a movie. And I'm similar in the way that I know which bags I like, which bags are good, and I can explain to you why. But I don't know how exactly bags are made because I've never seen it. So having the opportunity to see a factory where bags are made sounds pretty good. That being said, I really don't want to make a sponsorships or a video about the bag, and I don't want to make a promotional video for a company. So I told them, hey, I think or I assume that you as my viewers also would be really interested in seeing a factory where bags are made. However, I don't want to do any promotional videos about your bag or about you as a company, but I want to create an educational and informative video. Obviously, I will tell in the video that you as a company kindly invited me to Indonesia to show me this factory and paid for all the expenses, but all the opinions in that video are my own. And furthermore, there's only going to be informative and educational videos. And that's really important to me. So no promotional, no advertisements in the videos, but only an educational and informative video in which I will obviously, for legal reasons, say that Rich Bake paid for the trip, but all the information is educational, informative, and I'm unbiased and all opinions are my own. So that's what I emailed that company, and luckily they are, as we all on this channel, bag enthusiasts, and they were like, hey, we really respect what you're doing and we respect your credibility and your trust that the viewers put into you, and we really want to honor that. So yeah, we agree to you only creating an educational and informative video. So that's what's going to happen in September. They invite me to Indonesia to 2 of their factories where they create these bags, but also where other bags are being created. It's a big factory that's called Tas Indo. Tas is the Indonesian word for bag. So it's a factory only designed to make bags. So that's going to be really interesting. Furthermore, it's a blue certified factory. I'm not sure, as far as I know, it's all about sustainability, but also about the human rights of the workers that work in such factories, which I consider myself to be German, but with Indonesian roots, I find it very important that human rights in those factories are held up and are respected. So that's something that I value a lot, and I'm really curious to see. And yeah, I'm going there for 2 weeks, but not only to see the factories, but also obviously to visit my dad, which I'm also really looking forward to. And yeah, that's basically the big project that is coming up, and yeah, I would love to know from you, is this a topic, or to see a factory where bags are being made, is this interesting to you? Also, what are your thoughts about this? As I said, I really emphasize to the company, hey, I don't want to promote your product, I want to stay unbiased, I don't want to do any sponsorships, but hey, we can do an educational, informative video. What are your thoughts about that? Are you okay with that? And yeah, let me know in the comment section below, and let's go back to the office and start the office tour. So this is the first time, or the first test with the DJI Ronin SC. This is also the first time for me using a gimbal. First impressions is, this is very heavy, so I'm not sure how good this will translate vlogging, but I already can see that it does a pretty good job at stabilizing everything. Secondly, it is more complicated than I anticipated. So let's see how this works. Furthermore, I'm currently testing this new Rode microphone lavalier system, and yeah, I also hope that this sounds great. So as I mentioned, let's do a quick and dirty studio tour of this new office space. Okay, so what you have seen right now was some B-roll footage of the office. So behind me you can see my desk where I'm working at. It consists of a MacBook Pro Touch Bar Edition, I think it's 2017 or something. My Poker 3 keyboard. The review of that keyboard you can see in the info tab above. I recently got this LG widescreen monitor that I can highly recommend. It's really cool. I used to work on 2 monitors, but now I just use one big widescreen monitor, and that helps me a lot when working and editing. And I got this Herman Miller Aran chair, which is really comfortable, and I can highly recommend that one. It is quite an investment, but if you sit a lot on a chair, then I would suggest to invest in something that is comfortable and then again good for your health. Yeah, the next part is this back wall storage area of the office. We got some books here, my equipment, all my taxes. In Germany, when you're a freelancer, you have to keep all of your taxes for 10 years. So these are all in these boxes and stuff like that. What else? My PlayStation games, Harry Potter books. I'm pretty much really into fantasy and science fiction books, and to me, the Harry Potter books are one of my favorites. Some photo books, PlayStation games, and on top, just some general storage area. So, and over here, you remember my wall. In the old office, all the pictures were on one wall, but in this space, it basically made more sense to put all the pictures in the corner, so I have a little bit of more depth in the background. And yeah, this is basically the area where I film myself, but also play on the PlayStation or on the Nintendo Switch. So, and last but not least, I wanted to show you my storage area. As you can see here, there are a lot of boxes, all filled with bags that I have reviewed in the past, and yeah, it's it's a lot. Okay, that was the very quick and dirty showcase or tour of the new office space. As you can see, most of the stuff, well, that happens if you test out a new mic and haven't checked it before. This mic, the new Rode, I think it's called Wireless Go, I forgot the name. The mic is right on top here, so if you go like this, or if you do it like I did in the end of this video, that my t-shirt was right over the mic, then you hear that the sound will become pretty muffled and therefore terrible. So I needed to re-record that segment again. This was the quick and dirty studio tour of the new office space. I would say the office is about 75–80% finished. There's still a lot to do, a lot to clean up, to organize, but yeah, I hope that you like this quick tour. And more importantly, I would love to know from you, what are your thoughts about this new upcoming project of the factory tour in Indonesia and this kind of type of sponsorship, as I mentioned, and as I really think that is very important. It's not going to be a sponsorship video in which I promote the company or their product, because I want to stay unbiased as possible for all the videos that I make, but that is going to be an educational and informative video. So what are your thoughts about that? And furthermore, what would you like to know from that factory tour, and what would you like me to ask and to look for at that factory? Let me know in the comment section below. But like always, if you have any other questions, also comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, click the like button. And please feel free to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon so you won't miss the next videos. Thank you very much.